Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Once Human Survival Guide. We are talking about your kind of your first day, and by day I mean like your first like gaming session, really, in Once Human, and some of the things that you might want to do before you call it a day. So the first, after you obviously complete the tutorial part, you're flying in the air. And the game kind of opens up to you. What should you do? So first, I would definitely recommend finding a spot for your base. You're going to want to make like a bed. Speaking of base, there it is. It's back. I was just doing an event, which made my house disappear, but it's back now, so we're good. All is well. But the idea here is to choose a spot, and build your base, because your base definitely has some facilities that you're going to need to survive the game, for one, but also just to make the life easier and all that. So, and there's we're take a look at the map. This is the starting area right here. Obviously, right in the middle, there's going to be a ton of bases. I'm out here on the island, but there's definitely like a wider world out there for you to explore. So you can always keep your base very simple to begin with. You just need something to kind of get you going, just something to store items, make some beginning like facilities, a bed, and you're basically good to go. And then from there, if you want to move and build like a more advanced base, you have the time after that to explore and see what kind of if aesthetics, wow, words, matter to you, then you can go ahead and be a little bit more selective in the future. But right now we're just trying to get a very basic base started, and then once you have that, you're going to want to follow the main quest to a certain point, just to get your first gun blueprint and the motorcycle. So you're going to basically follow the yellow, the top left there, the yellow quest line. You're going to go meet Mary, who's kind of like this mysterious individual, and just do her quest line right up to the point until she gives you a motorcycle. And at that point, if you want to continue with the main quest, you can. If you want to go out and explore, you can. But I would definitely say work the main quest up until that point, so you do have this vehicle that is very easy to kind of get around the map very quickly on. And at that point, it's a good idea to kind of start to turn towards your supplies of food and water. Your character does get hungry and thirsty in the game, and that can impact your stamina, your health. And trust me, if you're going to go exploring, you're going to want to have a good amount of stamina and health, especially if you're on your own, just to contend with all the enemies that you're going to face. So, going around hunting is not a bad idea, hitting up some of the farms to get crops. Or, you can make a fishing pole and you can go fishing to get some food that way. However you want to do it, even if you want to like progress in a certain way to get going like as a farmer, do what you got to do, but make sure you start to stock up on your food and water, just so that way you don't have to worry about that when you are ready to go and explore. Now at that point, I would definitely consider all of like your main kind of tasks, just to kind of your beginner tasks basically to be done. And at that point, you can decide what kind of player you're going to be, and you could be definitely like a catch-all. You could be a doing everything kind of person, but there are also like definitely like some gameplay loops that you can kind of focus on if you just want to focus on them. The first obviously being a builder, which you can do here, or if you reach level 20 and go to Eternal Land, you can build over there. But they do have a pretty nice building system. I hope they refine some aspects of it, especially when it comes to snapping. But they have like a lot of cosmetics and such that you can buy or not buy, up to you, to kind of prettify, beautify your base. And some people I've already seen have made some like incredible like mansions, like absolutely gorgeous. I have kind of like this little beach cabana going on over here, and you know what, I'm good with that right now. So if building is something that you love, you can kind of go into that aspect. There's plenty of technology kind of stuff for you to unlock and focus on that, and then you can go out in the world to kind of grind up some currency so that you can then maybe go try to get some more skins, so you don't have a green roof and brown house like everybody else. You can stand out a little bit if you want to. Anyway, the second kind of gameplay, or I guess if you want something specific, is perhaps somebody who's a little bit more focused on the season. And I have a video on how seasons work if you're not 100% sure on what that's all about. But basically, if we go to our season for a PvE server, we have these season goals that we can focus on. So if you're more of like I want to know what the story is, I want to complete everything I can complete with that, you know, you have these very easy, like, this is what you need to do, and so you just kind of like follow those. Just kind of pay attention to like the phases, the different events that are there. You can check your map, and like now and then it'll be like a little red letter thing that'll pop up like with a quest name that you could take part in as like a special encounter. So you know, you have those, and everything is kind of timed. So if you're somebody who's like wants to just like focus on the season, there's plenty for you to do and try to get done before the next part of the season begins. And then obviously there's also, you know, like I said, just kind of like the general player, the completionist out there who just wants to get everything done. And if that's you, you know, you gotta hit the road running, because there's a lot of content in this game. There's lots of things to like build and capture and grow and fight and discover and all of that. And you know, like I said, at this point, you know, it's up to you to choose what you want to do with this game, what you want it to be, because there's so many different things for you to do. There's a lot of content here to play with. But like I said, once you finish those kind of like those first 3 real big things, the game is yours. But hopefully you kind of found that helpful on how to kind of like what you should maybe to help you kind of focus, basically, because it can be very overwhelming when you just land and you're like, oh, here's the world, what do I do? There's so much going on. But yeah, if you do that, you're going to start off very strong. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you do have any other kind of like beginner questions, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to help. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, keep surviving and keep thriving.